Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the live stream today. We're actually having a pretty good Monday here so far, believe it or not. A lot of stocks are kind of up this morning. I noticed the S&P 500 of the SPY is having quite a move here. I know Amazon is moving quite a bit after their split, of course, but as you can see here, it's kind of hard to see on the chart with all of these SMAs and everything, making the chart look a little bit whack there on Amazon, but nonetheless, good morning, Keisha, Mike, George, Peter, Vicky. Thank you guys so much for joining up today. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Just like Keisha said there, it's a pretty good day. Stocks are kind of gapping up. We have AMD gapping up today. They actually have some pretty good momentum as I'm speaking right now. I'm going to be really curious to see if AMD can maybe break above that resistance of like 109.50 to 110 up there from last week. I think that's a pretty big level, and I think it's going to be a very big spot to look at there for AMD. Same thing with Nvidia. They have a big resistance up there around $200. I'd love for them to be able to run and maybe break above $200 at some point this week. But I will say my whole watch list is mostly green. I did notice that Twitter, though, guys, I don't know if you guys noticed this at all, but Twitter is actually down about 5% right now. And it looks like that this news, let's see. Wow, Elon Musk threatened to end the Twitter deal because of the information with spam and like fake accounts, which is interesting. We'll have to see what this says here. Yeah, it looks like he threatened to terminate his deal to buy Twitter and is accusing the company of not complying with his request for data on the number of spam and fake accounts. That is very interesting, guys. If I know that if Elon ends up kind of canceling this Twitter agreement or whatever, or this Twitter deal, it's going to end up being pretty bad for Twitter stock. As we can already see here, down 4.5%. That is brutal. I cannot believe that Twitter stock is falling off this much. Let me know how you guys feel about Twitter in the chat, because this is pretty insane. I don't know how people like the Twitter deal. Like, do you guys like the Twitter deal? Are you guys against it? I know some people I know personally, they didn't like it, and I like it, but I know that a lot of people don't. So just let me know what you guys, how you guys feel about the Twitter deal. Like, do you like it? Do you not? I know there's a lot of controversy with good old Elon, especially lately. But yeah, Keisha says, check out DQ. I called them out last week. Let's see. Yeah, Dacow Energy. I remember this actually. Yeah, it's really running up 62.80. That had a big gap up today, Keisha. Surprised to see it up that much. I guess it's all crude oil. Let's see, Oxy. Oxy's actually not even up at all. Let's see, /CL for good old crude oil here. Maybe we'll have crude popping up, but yeah, it looks like even crude here isn't going to be popping up too much today. It's kind of falling back off. It was at like 120 a barrel, though, last night, which was pretty big for crude oil, but now we're kind of falling back off today. Maybe we are getting some more momentum here, at least at market open, but yeah, we need to see some bigger moves here. Let's see. Peter says, Run is gapping up on Biden evoking Defense Act to produce more solar panels. Yeah, I saw that, Peter. That was a pretty big thing that I saw there with Biden and all the solar panels with the tariffs and everything like that. Pretty much he's not going to be he's pretty much not going to be what did you say in discussion chat, Peter? I think you said that he was not going to be charging tariffs on any imported solar panels. And like you said, he's also evoking the Defense Act to help produce more. So pretty interesting, but it looks like they're trying to definitely get some more solar panels going here. I guess it's going to be better than, using oil or coal or whatever we're doing right now for our energy. But Keisha says, my DQ contracts are up 477%. That is insane, Keisha. I cannot believe that they're up that much. 477%. That is a huge increase there. But hey, congratulations. That's a pretty nice win to wake up to today. And man, it just keeps going with DQ. Now they're up 14% all the way up to 63 now. So yeah, it keeps going. Who knows? Maybe next time I look back, they'll be about around 70 or something. It seems like right now that's kind of how it's going. Mike Chang says, Twitter is way too risky for me. Maybe for quick day trades, but that's it. Yeah, I would say so too, Mike. I'm not too bullish on Twitter here, especially with everything going on with this deal. It seems like Elon might cancel it now. There's just been too much controversy with it. I thought in the beginning it might help Twitter go up. But once we started hearing the possibility of Elon canceling, and now there's even more of a possibility of him canceling with all the new revelations this morning. But still, this is going to be big here for Twitter, and I hope that it can hold up. But yeah, they're down like 5% now in pre-market, or now that the market opened, and they were down a lot in pre-market nonetheless. But yeah, it's brutal for them, and I feel you there. You know, it's going to be a tough one to trade. If I was going to trade this, I think I would definitely do in and out day trades as well, Mike. Just try to maybe catch some quick scalps to the upside or the downside. You know, maybe like you see a nice bounce off 37 here. Maybe if you see it double bottom there today, maybe that could be like a good little double bottom play. Or if it breaks below 37, you can maybe play like a quick breakdown or something like that. But yeah, it looks like that would be the way to play that stock today. I'm noticing AI is kind of falling back off after flying up after that earnings miss last week. They got destroyed on their earnings, and then they ended up recovering all the way back up and then some. But now today they're kind of giving it back. Peter, I did notice that First Solar, or FSLR, is kind of falling off, believe it or not. So it looks like not all the solar plays are running up, but hey, at least Run's moving, like you said. Let's go back to good old RUN here. Yeah, she's still holding up pretty well today, so honestly, still looks pretty good there, Peter. I noticed Enphase is up too. That's another one of those solar plays. Looks like they're up, so I don't know why FSLR or First Solar is kind of falling off a little bit, but nonetheless, Enphase and Run are really flying up there today, so I feel like these will be the couple stocks to really keep your eyes on. They are up a lot already, but you know, sometimes they can end up running quite a bit. I noticed a lot of other growth plays though, like Asana, Lucid, Rivian, Tesla. You know, like there's a lot of plays that were actually kind of flying up today. Wow, Rivian's up, but they are kind of giving back those gains that they made early in the morning with this slight drop back to the downside here. Let's see what else is running up today. I did notice like Netflix and Apple were kind of running. Let's see. Yeah, Netflix is gapping. Looks like Apple, I'm sure Apple gapped up. Yeah, Apple had a really nice gap up this morning, and then at market open, Apple actually had a pretty good move. So I think that does actually not look too bad for Apple here. Let's see how Chewy looks today, guys. Let's see Chewy. I know they were kind of running up after their earnings last week too. Let's see. They're just hovering right around this big resistance, around $30 to $30.25, and yeah, they're just using that as a big resistance right here. But I will say, I think Chewy might be able to break out here if we can get some good momentum, maybe come into the market overall. You know, like it's been a pretty lackluster day so far as momentum. I feel like a lot of stocks have started to maybe pull back a little bit, and it's just been a little bit of like a slow day here. Peter says Baba's setting up for a nice run today. It's up off that DD regulation news. Yeah, I did hear something about DD. Let's see. Yeah, Baba's, wow, they're all the way back up above $100, Peter. That's going to be pretty big for Baba, but just because, you know, $100 a big psychological level, but we actually haven't been above $100 for a couple months now, or just about like a month. So pretty good to see us, I think, you know, getting back up above here with Baba. And I will say, guys, Baba is breaking out of this long-term trend line on the chart here. When I say long-term, I mean, this is a pretty insane trend line that we're just now breaking out of here. I'm going to actually circle like right where the breakout's happening, because guys, this is pretty insane to see how Baba's been within this trend pretty much for like 2 whole years, and now they're finally breaking out. So that is pretty big. I'm going to type this in the discussion chat in Discord really quick. Baba finally breaking out of the huge trend. Yeah, it's a big trend, guys. I mean, this trend with Baba is huge. Like, if you guys are into technicals or trend lines or anything like that, I mean, Baba has finally broken something, and man, they've been trying to break above this for years now, honestly years, and it's just finally now starting to break out. It's a pretty good looking play here, I'll say, and especially with good regulation news coming out regarding DD, that's really going to help good old Baba there. So hopefully they just keep going up today. You know, these China stocks, they definitely need some good momentum, because, you know, there's a long way to go back to recovery with these bad boys, especially like Baba. Let's see DD on that daily chart. Like, even though they're up today a lot, they're still like not up enough to, you know, make up for all the losses lately. Like, sure, they're up 57% and they're up like 100% over the past few days, but still, like, you know, to see that they were at $10. Now they're at $2.90 is still pretty rough there. Even Baba, you know, that one's been rough too. They're at $100, but we were at 200 just within like, you know, just at like September of last year. So pretty insane to see how these stocks are coming back now. But I will say slowly but surely, it kind of seems like these stocks are starting to turn back around. You know, I've seen some pretty good stuff lately on some daily charts. So hopefully we keep seeing these nice setups, and maybe we'll keep seeing some nice moves up there. But yeah, good job bringing that one up, Peter. That thing really is popping today. So good eye with those China plays. UPS is also popping up. Good call out there, Keisha. Yeah, they're really running up today too. They're only up 1.2%, but as we know, UPS is a bit of a slow mover, and you know, whenever they start running like this, they can usually start to get some pretty good moves. So hopefully she just keeps running up for you today. I really like that momentum there. Looks like FedEx is also having some good momentum back to the upside. I'm not seeing anything too crazy like with FedEx's or UPS's setups, but hey, you know, I'll take the green movement. I will say FedEx has been consolidating a lot down here around $200. Maybe they'll finally start to get like a good breakout back up to around maybe like 240 or something like that. It's been all the way since March 30th or something like that, since they were last at like 240. So maybe they can start to go on another nice run here, and I think they possibly can. You know, FedEx is bouncing off some pretty big support, so I would think they could possibly have some decent moves. UPS is also moving pretty well, though, like you said. There's that big 180 support on UPS that I like, that they're back above and holding, so I like that. Maybe if both shippers can start to fly up, that would obviously be good for both companies. Like, maybe they'll start to have some nice sympathy plays off each other. That would be pretty nice to see. Sean Cornish says Big Cat's at $225 in pre-market. Is it? Let's see. Big Cat. Yeah, wow, it is up there. Almost $225. Let's see. Is it going to get back up there, though? That's the question, Sean. Yeah, I mean, it's getting close. It looks like it's definitely running back. So, good eye there. Yeah, Cat's at almost $225. Hopefully she keeps coming back. I remember Caterpillar was really flying up last year a lot, Sean, and it started pulling back a little bit. Now it's like really going back on that nice uptrend. So I think Cat looks pretty nice. Hopefully it keeps flying up for us. I will say that I'm really glad that they've been holding $200, Sean. I think that's a really good support level on the chart that they've been holding. And I will say that recent dip was pretty rough. You know, they went from 246 all the way down to lows of like 180, which, you know, a lot of people think, oh, that's not that bad of a drop. But let's see percentage-wise, like, how big of a drop that really was, because it's more than people think. Yeah, it's a nice, like, 26% drop there. I mean, you know, nothing crazy. Like, it's nothing like we're seeing with, like, DraftKings or nothing. But, hey, you know, 26% is 26%. It's still pretty big there. So keep that in mind. But, yeah, these stocks were dipping, and I've seen a lot coming back now. Like I said, some of these daily charts are starting to look pretty hot, guys. So that's nice to see. Wow, guys, LI, another China stock this morning, is really running up here. I know LI, NEO, and BABA are at the top of my watch list with RUN, but yeah, they are looking hot today, guys. This is insane to see how these China plays are still running up, but you know, I will say, China, they did come out with some good regulation news regarding Didi, but they've been kind of talking about scaling back their regulations for the past couple months. I've been seeing a lot of news lately about China talking about doing different things like that, and it looks like they are finally starting to do that. So glad to see that they're getting rid of those regulations over there in China. I think that's definitely helping out some of these other stocks here, and it's definitely good to see. So that's great. Peter says BOFA raised Cat's price target to 224, so upside might be capped. Yeah, it might, but you know, just keep in mind that a lot of times if people like raise something that they're usually pretty bullish on it. So hopefully we see it continue to rise up there, Peter. I hope it's not capped, but you never know. I've been seeing a lot of crazy price targets from a lot of different companies lately, so we'll have to see what happens with it. But keep in mind that a lot of times those analyst price targets, you have to take them with a bit of like a grain of salt sometimes. Like, it doesn't always, of course, work out in that type of way. Hey, good morning, Sean B Square. Thank you guys for joining up today. Thanks for joining, Square. If you want to see any specific plays, just throw them out there, and of course we will eye them up here on the chart. But Let's go back into some of those stocks moving up today. Let's see how Tesla's kind of doing. I was hoping they would be doing a little bit better today, but yeah, they're still just kind of falling back off here. At least they're up in the green because of that nice gap up this morning, but still, their chart is definitely not the best here. So Tesla's not looking the hottest today compared to most stocks. I will say I had a lot of stocks running up earlier. A lot are now starting to pull back, but earlier this morning, guys, we had some stocks really moving. Let's see, Oracle is up to $74. This one's actually breaking out in a pretty big way compared to most stocks. A lot of stocks gapped up this morning and are now starting to fall off, to whereas Oracle has been really running up ever since the market opened. So it's been having a pretty good move up, to say the least. I'll take this momentum for sure. It's better than a lot of other plays in the market today. I know a lot of these, I guess you could say, solar plays are running up, like Enphase, RUN, stocks like that, but it looks like they're now pulling back off in a big way. Like, wow, Run now, guys, is all the way back down to $28.50, and we were just at $30 at market open. So having some decent moves out of these solar plays. Too bad they're falling back off, though. I would have liked to see them continue up with some good momentum there. That could have made for a pretty good trading day today if that would have happened, but yeah, it looks like they're falling back off. I did notice, guys, that AMC, the movie theaters, are also coming back down. They're back around $12 a share now. It looks like Tom Cruise could not hold up the stock enough. Like, it's just continuing to fall off. I kept seeing, though, that Top Gun Maverick, or whatever it's called, had a really good box office. So I hope that it keeps doing well. I know it even had a great second weekend. And, like, whenever you look at those box office numbers, they usually start to fly down after, like, a week or two. But it's pretty big to still see that that's holding up, guys. That is pretty big. I know that was a huge movie there, Top Gun Maverick. So, yeah, it's pretty big. I know people are even talking about GameStop a lot lately as well. GameStop, I will say, is holding up a lot better ever since those earnings came out. I know they reported a huge loss on their earnings, but they kind of announced that they were coming out with that NFT marketplace, and I feel like that marketplace could end up being pretty decent for them. So hopefully they capitalize off the hype and they keep running up. Like I said, that NFT marketplace might end up being pretty big for them. Like, NFTs have been huge over the past couple years. I will say, though, that they have been dying off in a big, big way, and I think people are starting to realize that NFTs are, for the most part, scams. So it's actually pretty bad, the way NFTs are. It's really bad. Like, for example, anyone who's popular or anybody who has, like, a bit of a following, you can just come out with NFTs and the people following you will buy them, and they'll think, well, hey, whenever these people keep blowing up, the NFTs will be worth a lot. But, in a lot of cases, that's not what happened. They sold the NFTs in some cases for, like, thousands of dollars, and then, these people now try to resell them, and they're only able to get maybe 200 whenever they paid like 1,000 for it or something. So it's brutal out there, guys. Always be careful too. There's like lots of scams going on regarding that stuff as well. But I'll be right back. I'm going to throw the chart up on NIO really quick, and I'll be right back, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I am back. Sorry about that. My allergies are getting pretty rough right now, but yeah, Carlos says, "Hi guys, my China play is the ETF YINN for the long term. It's a 3x bull. Let's see. YINN. Yin. Wow, it actually looks pretty good there, Carlos. At least today, with all these China plays moving up. I'll tell you, that actually don't look too bad, especially on that daily chart. Not bad at all. It's kind of holding around like $50 or so. Or I should say more like 56, of course, but you know, that is a pretty big support down there, Carlos. I will say it's not too bad. One thing that I'm looking at here with this play, Carlos, is, you know, it's a 3x bull ETF. So just keep in mind that, you know, it could end up falling off in a pretty big way, and it's going to decay over time. So always keep that in the back of your head that, you know, it might go up in the short term, but it's not going to go up forever. Like you can see on the Max Weekly even, it's been pretty brutal, and I really doubt that this stock was at like 1,300, guys. Keep in mind that these 3x ETFs, they're constantly like splitting and going through like weird adjustments and stuff, so keep that in mind. But yeah, Carlos, it could be a good play. You know, if these China plays keep running up, this 3x bull will do amazing. So, you know, hopefully you're getting it at a good time. I will say, like, getting these 3x leverage ETFs, it can be good, but it can also be very, very risky. I would say just make sure you're timing it right. You know, of course, timing is everything in the market. So, you know, if you're buying at the right price point, then I think you'll be okay. But, you know, we'll have to see. Maybe China stocks will keep going, you know. Honestly, I think it's possible, Carlos, especially with how Baba's running today. If we look at like that max daily chart, if this keeps playing true and Baba keeps breaking back out above this trend line here, who knows? We might start to see some pretty solid moves back to the upside over the next couple months. And you can see how big this trend line is. Like, it's been really playing on the trend line even intraday, which I really, really like there. I think that's awesome. Let's see. Square says to check hood. Let's see. Is it running up? Wow, it is. It's starting to turn around a little bit there, Square. I mean, I'll take it. Nothing too crazy, but, you know, it's having that, like, $9 bounce a little bit. Trying to come up today, so not bad at all. Not bad for hood. I know everyone keeps talking about RH, which is Restoration Hardware, and I always get the tickers confused between Robinhood and Restoration Hardware because, you know, everyone calls Robinhood RH. Like, if you're in the Discord and, you know, someone will say, like, I'm trading on RH, you know, or, you know, which obviously is Robinhood, but when you go to the ticker, it's funny, their ticker's hood, RH is Restoration Hardware. But J Deep says, what's the resistance around QQQ and SPY? Let's see. The QQQ, I know their resistance is a little bit different than the SPY, so we'll eye it up here. Let's see if we can find a good level. So yeah, so here we go. The QQQ has a perfect level here, right around like 316. You can see we hit that pretty perfect, and we started to fall back off. And then in the past, 316 was a very big level as well. After that, I think 320 will be the next big resistance here on the QQQ. Now, as far as the SPY, the next big one I have on SPY is up there right around 420. I think 420 is going to be a huge level there for SPY. 414 is a pretty big level too, but, you know, keep in mind that we're kind of back above that now. So that's not going to be the biggest level today, but as far as resistance goes, I really think that 420 up there is going to be amazing. To the downside, as far as support, I think 400 will be amazing for SPY if we can hold that. Keep in mind, though, like 410 is another big support, too. So as far as, like, intraday levels, I think 410 will be the main level to look at here. Hunter says, Baba's just killing it. Yes, it is, Hunter. It is doing amazing there. Really killing it. Especially like when we go to that daily chart or, like, a longer-term chart, you can really start to see how big that breakout is off the low here. So 80 back up to 100. I mean, that's a nice 20% increase there in just a couple weeks. So I'll take that. But yeah, it's killing it, Hunter. It's having a great day today. And it's not just Baba. I mean, it's also DD, of course, with that good news that came out. Yeah, DD. Then we have, of course, I'm trying to think of my favorite ones. I guess the big ones running today are like LI, Neo. Those types of China plays are really popping up today, believe it or not. When we go look at like JD, of course it's up, but it's up like 7%. Actually, it's up more than I thought it was going to be, so that's good for them. They're up quite a bit too. I know Baidu starting to run up as well. So yeah, Baidu's the one that's not looking as hot, I guess. Yeah, well, let's look at that on like the 5 minute. Yeah, it's not looking near as hot as like Neo or LI or anything like that. I will say even Neo though and LI have been kind of pulling back off, but not near as bad as like Baidu, for example. LI is really holding up actually. We're almost up to $30, so hopefully she keeps going up there today. But yeah, I'm actually gonna have to cut the live stream a little bit early today, guys. I have something to do with my dad today, believe it or not. So I will be having to cut the live stream slightly early. But nonetheless, though, it's been a pretty good start to the week. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed it this morning. And, you know, we have a lot of stocks running. Like LI is up 11%. Baba's up 8%. RUN, Sunrun is up 7%, guys. Like, we're having some pretty good runs in the stock market this morning. So that's pretty funny there. But yeah, they are starting to really run up. We have Enphase, Neo, XPEV, Oracle, Matterport even. Like, we're having some pretty decent stocks running today. So I'll take it, guys. Hopefully we keep having this nice green momentum. But if you guys need anything else covered, of course, throw it down in the chat. Because like I said, we're going to have to cut the live stream slightly early today. I'm actually playing in a golf tournament with my dad today. So we'll have to see how that goes. Or I should say how it might not go, because it looks like it's going to be, unfortunately, thunderstorming almost the whole day here. So we'll have to see what happens. But nonetheless, it's going to be a pretty good day, I hope. You know, it's like an annual Father's Day tournament thing that we do. So it should be pretty cool. But yeah, just throw any tickers you guys want down there in the chat, and I will check those out. But yeah, hopefully we can shoot low today. You know, it might be cool if we could do that, but hopefully we can. I'm trying to think of like a good score. Maybe like if we could shoot, it's like a 4-man scramble. So I would say like, you know, 10 under, 14, 12 unders, maybe something like that would be a really good score. But, you know, we're going to have it's going to be a tough one. You know, 4-man scrambles are always a little tough, but it's going to be out there in the rain. And yeah, I don't know how this is going to go today, but it's going to be a tough one. That's for sure, guys. That's for sure. But yeah, getting back to stocks. Hey, talking about stocks, I remember Cornish kept talking about ELY or Callaway Golf a couple weeks ago. Let's see how they're holding up, actually. Let's see. Yeah, they're actually holding up pretty well, Sean, believe it or not. They're looking pretty hot. I'll take that. I'll take that. Let's see. B Square says, good luck and enjoy your time with your dad. Yeah, thanks, Square. I appreciate that. Hunter goes, if you lose, we cut off your feet. Oh, man, that sounds brutal there, Hunter. I don't know if I'd want that or not. Man, that sounds brutal, but I guess I'm going to have to try extra hard today. You know, that's going to be the thing. If I win, I'll post it in the Discord for you, Hunter, if I win. If I lose, we just won't talk about it, but Sean. Keisha says, nice, enjoy your time with your dad. I've been killing it in Starbucks. Yeah, nice. Yeah, Starbucks has been on fire, Keisha. I will say it's been really starting to pop up, especially today. It's been one of my favorite plays over the past few weeks. I will say, guys, I'm getting some FOMO with Starbucks here. Like, it's running up, and like I said, FOMO. Like, I feel like I should be maybe getting into some Starbucks here, but nonetheless, it's been really crazy here with the price action. 2.57% today. Over the past week, it's just almost been straight up with Starbucks. So having a really good day. Hunter says, if you win, then I'll give you my feet. Okay. Hey, at least that's a good trade-off, right? At least I have something to play for now. So I'll take it. Yeah, hopefully I can get some nice feet. You know, your feet must look nice, Hunter. You know, like, what's your max squat? What is it, like 500 something pounds or something? Like, I'm sure those feet must be beefy, Hunter, to say the least. My feet are not quite so beefy there, but Sean says, let's go, Tom. Get after it. Get flaggy with it. Yeah, that is hilarious. Get flaggy. I love that, I love that, Sean. That's hilarious. Whenever you said last week, whenever you said flaggy, you had me dying in the chat. But yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, Hunter says he squats 540 pounds. Could you imagine the pressure on like the balls of your feet? Like, Jesus. But yeah, nonetheless, thank you guys so much for joining up today. Pretty good day in the markets. You know, Starbucks killed it. Baba did good. We had a few other stocks running up. Baba's actually still running as I'm speaking, so looking good. Thank you guys so much for joining. Mike, Sean, Keisha, Hunter, B Square, Carlos, Peter, let's see, George, Vicky, thank you guys so much for joining as always. I really appreciate it. We'll be here tomorrow morning, of course. Throw it on the calendar. Let your buddies know. We'll be here. Maybe hopefully tomorrow we see some more nice breakouts. Maybe we'll see like DraftKings and some nice growth stocks start to pop. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and yeah, have a good one. Hopefully you guys can come away with some nice profits and start the week off strong.